Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Double and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys where I'll talk about three main stories in this video. The first main story regarding Samuel Umtiti, left-footed centre-back, potentially Chelsea swooping in for Samuel Umtiti if the Gabriel move does not materialise. Second story does regard Nico Tagliafico from Ajax, of course, Argentinian international, as a potential backup to Alex Telles and Benjamin Chilwell if we don't sign them. And of course, going to be talking about Victor Osimhen's price tag and if he could potentially be a major target for the summer. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Make sure you button the notification for every time I do upload. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with Samuel Umtiti from Barcelona. Now, of course, many of us know who Samuel Umtiti is. He is, a world-class centre-back, regarded as one of the best centre-back. Of course, he does have a long-term record of injuries. He is very injury-prone, hence why there is a lot of hesitation regarding Samuel Umtiti. But what the reports are saying is that Chelsea make centre-back inquiry and that Barcelona are open to selling Samuel Umtiti for a number of reasons. Now, Chelsea have been linked with a number of centre-backs over the last couple of months, suggesting that this is an area that Frank Lampard will look to strengthen in the summer. Now, of course, just about a few days ago, a link to Gabriel from Lille, another left-footed centre-back. These centre-backs with left foots come at a premium cost because, of course, there's not that many out there. A lot of them very talented, very technical on the ball as well, and it's a massive bonus to your team. You look at Laporte, who went to Manchester City, left-foot centre-back, renowned as one of the best centre-backs in the world, but he came at a premium. He came at a £65 million cost. And it's an area that we want to strengthen. As Blues boss has been alternating between his four current options throughout the season before and not really sticking to a regular two. Antonio Rudiger seems the first on his team sheet now, but Andres Christensen, Kurt Zouma and Fikayo Tomori have often been rotated, with none of them really making a strong claim. Now, Chelsea have been linked with Samuel Umtiti in the past, and those links have now returned. Now, of course, the journalist who wrote the story was Nicola Sciarra, and he basically reported Barcelona are open to selling 26-year-old, and he has stated that Chelsea are interested in signing him, and they've even made an inquiry to his agent, and the Catalan club are asking about £45 million for his signature. Now, for me, if you ask me, £45 million for the calibre and quality of Samuel Umtiti in today's market is an absolute bargain. He's a world-class centre-back, very, very technical, can start attacks, left-footed, like I said, it comes at a premium, solid, physical, strong, would suit the Premier League very, very nicely. French international as well, wins a lot of his aerial duels. There's a high percentage with ground duels, aerial duels, passing out the back like I mentioned, very comfortable, very neat as well. A commanding centre-back that we definitely need and definitely bolster our defence in my personal opinion, and it'd be a centre-back that I'd definitely love at Chelsea. Now, the main question here is, would he be the first choice? Should we sign Gabriel over him? Should we prioritise Gabriel over him? Now, personally, if you ask me, if we can't get the Gabriel deal over the line from Lille, then personally I think that we should be signing Samuel Umtiti. I think he's a quality centre-back, he's world class, he's immense. Now, there's two main questions here. Number one, why is Barcelona selling him so cheaply, £45 million? If he's such a good centre-back, if he's a world class centre-back, why are Barcelona open to selling Samuel Umtiti? Now, number one, they've got Clément Lenglet, who's partnered up alongside Gerard Piqué at Barcelona, because of course Samuel Umtiti's long injury record. Now, Clément, even though Lenglet is not as great and not as technical as Samuel Umtiti, the hierarchy do believe that he could one day potentially become Umtiti's level, and so of course with Umtiti's long injury record, they want to cash in on him now, as they believe that he won't be able to return to his best. Now, the main question here is, do we as Chelsea take a gamble? Now, of course, we're going to have to have a strong medical team for this. If he's got a long injury list and injury record, do you want to take the risk and gamble to have Umtiti to be on the sidelines for months? You could potentially pay £45 million and never ever gain that fee back, because he won't have any resale value because he'll always be injured. That's the gamble you want to play with. At the same time, it's a gamble that could pay off. You could see him return to his Barcelona best days, where he is the world-class centre-back, one of the best centre-backs in Europe at a cheap price of £45 million. That's the gamble that you need to be thinking. But the report is legit. It's a reliable journalist in Nicola Sciarra. He's a very, very reliable Italian publication journalist, so I would take it with I would believe it. It's not made up. We have contacted his agent, we are interested in the player, and so is Arsenal, but we just got to see what happens. Of course, clubs can't demand so much money in a summer transfer window because, of course, because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, it has financially hit clubs, less revenue, less profits. It's economically hit them as well, not only clubs but countries as well across Europe. So football is going to change from now on into the future. So it won't be, clubs can't command as much money. So £45 million, if you ask me, is fantastic business for a top quality centre back in Umtiti. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Do you think Samuel Umtiti would be a fantastic addition to the Chelsea squad, or do you think that we should be looking elsewhere, or do you simply believe that we don't need a centre back in this current moment in time? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But getting into the second part of the video, that is of course Nicolas Tagliafico, the left back from Ajax. Now it has come from a report, of course, in Italy, Calcio Mercato. Now we know Calcio Mercato, not the most reliable Italian publication, but we have seen Tagliafico rumours surface in the past. Now they're basically saying that Chelsea keeping tabs on Ajax left back Nicolas Tagliafico as a backup option if they fail to sign Benjamin Chilwell or Alex Telles. Now we know that Benjamin Chilwell has been a long-term target at the club, especially this season. Frank Lampard is a huge admirer of him. However, it's looking like that he could be priced out. He hasn't had the best of seasons for Leicester City, and it could get priced out of a move. Now, of course, Leicester are commanding £70 to £75 million. Chelsea and Mourinho don't want to pay anywhere near that, rightfully so. We only want to go in the middle, about £50 million. And it's looking like that it's going to be unlikely if we can get the Chilwell deal over the line, as Leicester are very, very hard to negotiate. They're notoriously very difficult to negotiate with. And so Alex Telles, who's got a buyout option of €40 million, who could potentially get him at a cut cheap price due to Porto's poor financial situation, that is definitely an option on the cards. But also another option, which Calcio Mercato are reporting, is Tagliafico from Ajax. And of course, we've already signed Ziyech from Ajax, and what they're reporting is that Ziyech, of course, is great. Mate Tagliafico could probably potentially convince the Chelsea hierarchy to sign Tagliafico from Ajax. Now, if you ask me, I think he's a fantastic left back. He's proven in the Eredivisie, of course, that it's not the most competitive league, but not only that, in the Champions League as well, he's been fantastic in the Champions League. And if you look at his detailed statistics, look at his characteristics, look at the strengths. If you essentially look at the strengths, now, of course, he's got strong characteristics. He would suit the system, the way he plays, his style of plays. Now, his strengths are he's very, very strong at passing. His short passing is very, very good. The guy is extremely press resistant. He's bombs forwards. Very, very good defensive awareness and defensive positioning. Great tackles, great bombing forward as well. Has a nice cross on him. Very strong at passing. His key passes are strong as well. He knows how to make the correct decision. His key passing, linking up the play with the midfield as well. So the left hand side will be a lot more stronger. And he simply is a world class left back. He's proven it for many seasons now. He's proven it at the highest level in the Champions League as well. His crossing is very strong, holding on to balls, so he's very, very press resistant. And his ball interception is extremely strong as well. He's an all round, well rounded left back. And of course, in my opinion, he's one of the best left backs in Europe. So I think that one of either Alex Telles or Tagliafico would be my preferred choice. I think that we should be signing Tagliafico over Benjamin Chilwell. I think that Tagliafico is an amazing left back. Of course, we came across him against Ajax with Chelsea. He was amazing in both games, caused us problems, defensively sound, very, very technical on the ball, very, very technical, gifted left back as well. And for me, I'd be a massive fan of him. And if you look at here in the detailed statistics, he hasn't got any significant weaknesses, which is quite rare for a left back. And yeah, he's 27 years of age, so he's in his prime at this moment in time. So, if we do get him, we will be getting someone who is in his prime, and I think that he's a fantastic left back and definitely a player that we should be looking to sign, in my personal opinion. But leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Which left back would you want Chelsea to sign? Alex Telles, Benjamin Chilwell, or Tagliafico from Ajax? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. But getting into the last player in this video, that is of course Victor Osimhen from Lille. Now we've been looking at various players from Lille. We've been looking at Gabriel, we're looking at Boubakary Soumaré from Lille as well, and of course now Victor Osimhen. Now Victor Osimhen, we came across him in the Champions League as well, and you see there's a theme and a pattern here. We're looking at players, actively looking to sign players. Chelsea, that Frank Lampard's watched live and seen before, but he is a top quality striker. Now he even scored against us. Now what the report is stating, Le Quotidien, their foot via the Express, Chelsea set to battle Arsenal and Manchester United for £90 million rated Lille striker Victor Osimhen. Now, of course, that fee is absolutely outstanding. It's ridiculous. It's out of this world. I do not believe that for a fact. There's no way that Lille can command £90 million for a striker in Victor Osimhen, who hasn't even proven it in one season yet. He has the quality and attributes to be a top striker, but I think that he'd be a very, very shrewd and quality signing in addition to the squad. But for me, there are much better options out there, and for the price of £90 million, that is way too expensive. For me, you're looking at about £40 million maximum. That is the max you'd pay, in my opinion, for Victor Osimhen. I think that we have talent around who's very, very similar in his attributes. Yes, Osimhen would suit the style of play, but I prefer, Musa Dembele or Luka Jovic, etc. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are not here. Make sure you hit the notification button for every time I do uploads, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.